Now the recording should be working. Now are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, boom. Let's go to new file, which you're already up, so let me get caught up. I want to name this bouncing ball underscore example. Should be set to 720 pixels, 720 height, 72 resolution. I'm going to have my background as transparent and create. Okay, so first off, let's go to the video timeline, which you already have up. Let me make sure my settings are correct. I'm going to go to the sandwich button, click on set timeline frame rate, and set that to 12, which I believe, yeah, you already have that up. Great. I'm going to move my time slider down here to 1 second. Move this guy over there, and then zoom in. Now, I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to go 1 frame over, which you already have done. Excellent. And I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it 1 more time. I'm going to drag this over to create a video group, which you already had the video group right over there, so you're good to go. We're on the same page. Now, actually this layer is not needed, so I will delete it. The video group is what is important. Okay, now your screen, if it doesn't have it, you can say Command R to make sure this ruler is on top. So do Command R 1 more time. Yeah, so you have the ruler on top. You can also find it in View Rulers. And then you want to go to the side ruler. So you want to hover over that side ruler. See how my mouse is hovering?
Oh, yeah.
You want to click on the ruler and then drag to the middle. It'll click in the center. Yep. And you let go. This will be nice. Be a nice guideline for when the ball is going up and down.
Okay.
Sound cool? Also, let me help you get started with the. Let's just delete that layer and have a fresh layer. Is that okay?
Mhm.
Let's just delete that too, just in case. Okay, we'll just start off fresh. Okay, let's start off in this video layer right here. So you have the video layer selected. We're going to go up to this little tab and make sure we have the elliptical marquee tool. You got it? Yep. We're going to draw a circle. Hold down the shift button to make a perfect circle. Yeah, see how it changes shape? So on mine, if I hold down shift, yeah, I want to make that perfect circle. And then drag it, so go inside of the selection, and then drag it onto the line. It should snap in place. See how mine snaps in place?
Mm-hmm.
I want it a little bit higher. You kind of have it in the middle. I want it a little bit higher. Yeah, because it's going to come down and then jump, right?
Okay.
Perfect. Now, we're going to go to this paint bucket tool. Yep. And what's your favorite color?
I want to do it purple.
Purple?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's both do purple.
Okay.
So you can click on the colors down here, and then let's find a purple color. So I want to do a light purple. You can do whatever purple you'd like.
I'm
Yep.
gonna do darker.
Dark purple?
Yeah.
Nice. Now, with the paint bucket tool, we have, our layer selected. We have this selection over here. We're just going to click on it, and it should fill in our circle. Perfect. Now, we're going to Command D to deselect. So now the little selection is gone. We're going to go to our layers panel. I'm going to click on the layer with the ball, drag it down to this little square with the plus button to duplicate it. You can see now in the video group, it duplicates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if it ever doesn't, you just drag it into that video group. Now, we can drag the ball slightly down. Yep, using the move tool. And if you want to see your movement, Oh, my bad. You need to make sure, my bad. Want to make sure that you're on the next frame. Yep.
Okay, let me go back.
And then you can drag, see this little slider? Make sure it's also on the next frame. I have onion skin on. Yep. Oh, and check this out. You can use the keyboard keys to move it back and forth. If it doesn't work, make sure that the shortcut keys is turned on.
Do I just check it?
Yours
When it
already
works,
has it
okay.
because it works. But if it doesn't, just click on that button.
Okay.
So on the next layer, let's bring it down slightly. So you can see my click back and forth. It's moving. Yeah. Now, to be more efficient, because this will be a loop, right? We want to duplicate the second frame that we made. So let's duplicate that. And then let's move it at the very end. Oh,
Oh, I like.
let's make sure that you are at 1 second.
Okay.
And let's just make sure you're at 1 second. Okay, now you should be all set up. So see how it'll now loop really, really well.
Yeah.
Let's go back to our original second frame. And let's duplicate that. Yep. And then we move the ball down a little more. So now we're getting this effect where the ball is going down
How can I
more,
get
right?
the onion skin?
Oh, the onion skin?
Yeah.
Sandwich button, then enable onion skin. It should be like right
Okay.
there. Yeah. So let's duplicate it again. Then make sure you keep going with the same layers, right? You're still with the, can I see your mouse?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's make sure we're on the right layer. See how it goes back up? Or I guess you just duplicated it, which is good. You can move it down a little bit more. Now here's the cool part. So once we have it moving down a little bit more, you can click on Command T, and this gives you the ability to stretch it out, kind of like, you know how in Maya we
Mhm.
can stretch and transform stuff? This is the same thing. You can stretch and transform it. And see this little button up here? This is called maintain aspect ratio. We always want that turned off. So yours already has it off. If you have it on, this will maintain the same size, and I can't change the length or width. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'll make sure that is turned off. And as it stretches, I want it to get skinnier, right? Because we're trying to maintain the form.
Mhm.
So as you stretch it out, you want it to get slightly skinnier than the original circle. Okay, yeah. So let's check that. And you just want to repeat this until you almost hit the ground. So as it gains speed, I'm going to get skinnier and slightly longer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, when it hits the ground, with the Command T tool, you can rotate it. When I have it touch the ground, I want to zoom in a little bit. You have a question, buddy? I'll check it after lunch, okay? Sound good? Yeah. We are about to head out for lunch, so just make sure that your stuff is saved. Here, I'll show you this one more important part, and then you should be able to do the rest on your own.
Okay.
Sound cool?
Mhm.
Now, when it's on the ground, do you need help getting there?
Yeah.
So, you got the ball stretching there, which is awesome. Okay. Let's move the ball down a little bit more. I want to duplicate this ball. Yep. And then Command T. Let's rotate it. Command T.
No, grab from here.
So see how it curves?
Mhm.
When it curves, that means you can rotate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I rotate it.
Yep. Then let's move it a little more down. Perfect. Now, on my screen, you know how we have that Command T tool?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to go up here. Edit, Transform, Warp. Edit, Transform, Warp. By doing this, you'll have more tools to be able to manipulate your item. So go to Transform, and then Warp.
This?
See right here on my screen? So Transform, Warp. Go to Warp. Yep. Now you'll be able to warp this object. So
Mhm.
when you have a ball, it's coming straight down. Where's the force coming? It's like
Like-
going, yeah, it's going right down.
Yeah.
So where would, if it had air, where would the air go? If it
Like
can't
in
go
the
in the middle, what?
Like to the sides.
Yeah, it'd go to the sides. So that means the sides have to expand, right?
Mhm.
But the middle, depending on how squashy or stretchy you want it, it caves in. See? Yeah, there you go. So you want to be able to mess with that, right? That's how you get this nice squash effect. Now, if you want to add one more squash, that'd be awesome. But for the sake of the bell's about to ring, I'm going to show you one more part. So you could add 2 squashes. The second squash would be a little more pushed out. But then the stretch, you want to make sure that this, let me wait for the bell. You want to make sure that this is touching the ground, because then you'll get this motion of, you know how we talked about pushing off the ground?
Mhm.
It'll give this sense of the ball is pushing off the ground. So now it's going to give more of the illusion of force.
Jumping.
Yeah, like jumping. Let me turn off onion skin so you can see it better. So I'm missing a few frames, but see how it
Yeah.
gives a little more force, like it's jumping off the ground?
Mhm.
Yeah. Sound cool?
Yeah.
I'll link this video on YouTube. Think you can finish the rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, let me show you how to save. So File, you want to save as. We already saved that, so let's save it on the desktop. And of course, when you're done. And you also want to do File, Export, Save for Web Legacy.
Okay.
This will allow you to save it as a GIF. If you don't have a background, turn off transparency, and then you can go to Other, and then pick your other favorite color.
Okay.
If we're doing complementary, that means purple and yellow. So I'd find like a nice yellow. Ooh, that's kind of an ugly yellow. Oh, that's a little nicer. So now it's a nice complementary color set. Sound cool? I'm gonna click on Save. I'm gonna save it to the desktop. And ignore my messy desktop, but now it should work.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool.